approaching the summit of OMU now, and I'm not doing very well at all. I do not feel well. I feel dizzy, sick. I just don't understand what has happened.
Please return to your seats. Make sure your luggage is securely stowed and fasten your seatbelt. Backrest on folding tables must be in upright position and sunshades must be lifted.
Sometimes just reaching the start line is enough. I suppose that's the enigma of running, but you've got to take the highs with the lows. And over the past 5 months we've had plenty of lows. Broken ribs, concussion, whiplash, torn knee ligament, train cancellations, flight cancellations. It felt like somebody out there was trying to tell us something. But I really wanted this race, and I think you'll understand why.
Outside my window, is everything pale and cold? Can't seem to pick up my phone.
Welcome to Romania. We got here last night about 12 o'clock, midnight, so quite tired. But I decided to come out for a quick leg stretcher because I want to see what the scale of these mountains is like for myself. I've never done anything of this size before. And it's safe to say I now understand why Coach Jason has been saying it's a finish the race, not compete in the race sort of event, because those mountains, I don't know if you can make out the scale behind me, but they are absolutely huge.
Sleep, too tired to do anything else than doing nothing. I'm too tired to rest, too tired.
The race is named the OMU Marathon. That's after its tallest peak, OMU, which is about twice the height of anything we have in England, hence why I'm very much out of my comfort zone here. The forecast is pretty terrible. We've got torrential rain, cloud cover, freezing temperatures. It is the mountains after all, so it's going to be temperamental, and it's a 26-mile effort, so really looking forward to it. It's going to be a really tough race. It looks quite technical. I did want to get up into the mountains today. It took a lot of willpower to walk away from that, but we've left it at a couple of miles of the course because I can't risk knackering my legs for Saturday. There's a lot of off-piste woodland running at the start of the race, which is really exciting and my type of course. Got another couple of days anyway to check everything out. I'm also going to be going up to Dracula's castle, which Bran is also very famous for.
With me, I'll be right. Somehow I must be somewhere the sky is blue.
OMU Marathon actually starts and finishes from Bran Castle. It's nestled in a valley surrounded by gorgeous woodland and lots of mountainous climbs. Our accommodation is just a stone's throw away from the race start, and you can actually see the mountains we'll be racing in just behind me. As I mentioned, the race preparation didn't go to plan. We've had a lot of injuries, illness, and even just reaching the start line has been an absolute nightmare. So this is a complete and not compete race. I'm going to be taking it very easy from the off. It's all uphill for the first 10k, goes down a little bit before we then go up OMU itself. So basically the first 20k is mainly uphill. I'm going to be power hiking, trying to save my energy for that second half and some real fun descending. Of course, this will also help with my stomach. We all know I've had issues with nutrition in the past. On that note, I'm going to be going back onto Spring Energy for this race. I'm going to be using their awesome sauce, which is almost like apple pie. That's 180 calories per gel, so it's good to get quite a lot of nutrition in one go. The strawberry flavour one, I think this is the canterberry, it's vegan, 100 calories, so mixing these two up should work well. I'm going to chuck in some Luchos bars as well. You all know about these, I've spoken about them loads in the past. I get on quite well with them. I want to be careful not to have too many pure carbohydrate based fuels, so I'm going to be taking some nuts with me to get some fat and protein in there, hopefully help break things up a little bit. On the kit side of things, VJ have very kindly sent me out the mandatory kit and some shoes for the race. I'm using their waterproof jacket, which is super lightweight, and I've used that on the first day here when it was quite cold. Really happy with that, as the same goes for their vest. This is really lightweight. I was a bit worried to start with that it wasn't going to fit my mandatory kit in, but it does, so I'm quite excited to use that. Important part is the shoe. We're going to be using the VJ Extreme 2. Now I'm going to be reviewing these very soon, guys, so I won't give too much away, but it's got a wider toe box than the initial Extreme. I find it really comfortable at any distance. What I really wanted this for though is the grip. With the weather we're going to be getting, that sticky grip, those thick lugs, the rock plate, which will give me a little bit of bounce back as well, it's just perfect, I think anyway, for this type of race. Having seen the sheer scale of these mountains, I'm a little bit scared, to be honest, but after everything we've been through just to get here, both physically and logistically, I can't wait to get on the start line now and get cracking. On Friday, we've got to go do a kit check, registered. Once all of that is out the way, we'll be standing on the start line at Bran Castle and looking up to that first climb.
3, 2, 1, start!
Outside my window, is everything pale and cold? Can't seem to pick up my phone. It's been ringing all day long. Behind these clouds, I know the sun will be, but today's rain.
About a mile in, just done the first climb up the woods, and it's about 500, 600 on the start line, I think, but that's over 2 races, over the Sky Race and the marathon, which I'm doing. Trying to keep the effort really easy, because my race isn't going to start until we get up that second big climb, and then I'm maybe going to kick on. But conserve energy, save the stomach, that's the game plan. The forecast at the start of the week was way off. We've got no rain, no thunderstorms, so hopefully that holds, but it is due to turn around 3 o'clock. And quite a big surprise, about a few minutes ago, I've been running next to someone from Lancaster from the start, didn't even realise until I heard him speak. It is a small world.
Inside my room, the heat's like a warm embrace.
Talk to the devil.
Hey, alright.
Good.
How's it going?
Yeah, good. Which race are we doing?
I'm doing the Sky Race.
Nice one.
Not quite as far as your one.
Yes, yeah.
Hat off to you there.
Still, big enough climb up there.
Absolutely. Well, the old heart rate is on.
Yeah, that's it.
Good stuff.
Yeah, good luck, mate.
Yeah, and you.
See you at the finish, hopefully.
I'll be right. Somehow I must be somewhere the sky is blue.
It's really starting to come down quite heavy now, the rain. We've had a few spouts of thunder as well, which is a bit worrying. And you can see where we're going. Up these climbs here. It's really technical, and it's just dawned on me. Coming back, I've got to go down this stuff, so that's a little bit concerning on tired legs. So we've done the first climb, and things have gone a bit south for me. Absolutely frozen. I'm soaked through and I can't feel my hands. I completely underestimated how cold it was going to be up here and how wet. We've just done a real technical descent, and I'm starting to cramp up a little bit in my left groin. We're literally only 7 miles into the course, so I think I'm going to be here for a long race, but it's unbelievable up here. It's so cold up here. It's cutting out, so I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get at the race now. GoPro's just died. So we're on the Insta360 now, so the sound will be terrible. And a mile downhill in the wrong direction. I followed the for the half marathon route. I can't believe it. So my watch says it's almost 10 miles. I think at least 1.5 of those were off the course, so got a long way to go. But legs are feeling alright. Sleeping done the right thing, taking it easy at the start, and these views are gorgeous. The freezing temperatures. I'm just making my way up the second really big climb. About 3 hours 17 so far I've been out, and legs are feeling tired. Not feeling overly great, to be honest. Safe to say this is the most technical race I've ever done by quite some way. We're approaching the summit of OMU now, and I'm not doing very well at all. I do not feel well. I feel dizzy, sick, and I don't really know what's happened. I don't think I've missed anything nutrition wise. I've been getting my food down, been keeping hydrated, but I'm just really dizzy and weak. And I've not overdone it either on the climbs and the descents. I just don't understand what has happened. I don't know whether I'm maybe not used to racing this sort of altitude, these huge climbs, but as you can tell, it's taken everything just to get up this climb, and we're then only halfway through the race. So I'm going to be here for a long time.
She left her home to find where she belongs. Her mother's scared to leave her all alone. But she got time and she knows what to figure out. The scene in a dream.
Mile 16 check-in, which is actually more like mile 14 and a half of the actual race, and every little incline I come up to I'm having to walk. You probably notice my speech is getting a little bit slow. Just feel really dizzy and not very great at all, so unfortunately not improved since we started moving a little bit faster. But on the upside, I should hopefully finish the race. It's going to be a question though of how long.
You got time and you know what to figure out. The scene in a dream, a place where it seems that love will come around.
It's now mile 17 check-in. Done quite well on that descent, got my legs moving, feel a bit better for that. Probably only took about 6 runners, so I'm certainly not going bad. I just feel like garbage. I can't see me getting any more fuel in now, so unfortunately I'm going to have to get through the rest of this with nothing. But I do desperately need some water. I'm parched, and I don't have a clue where the next checkpoint is. I think at the bottom of this descent, which is absolutely killing me quads. Oh dear. One observation, there's a lot of Salomon and Hoka's quite well cushioned shoes out there, and they are struggling on this descent. I am very happy with my choice on the VJ Extreme 2s, that's for sure. Just making my way out of another checkpoint. It's like a rave there, banging music, vuvuzelas. Unfortunately, nothing I felt I could really eat, so like I was suggesting, I think I'm going to have to just get to the end of this race, which is probably another 8 miles at least, with nothing. So hopefully the legs hold out. They're alright at the moment, but some beautiful views. As you can see, I got into a fight with a tree, ran straight into it. Not quite sure how that one happened, but it hurts like hell. So I don't know how bad it is. You're seeing that before I am. It's probably just a graze, to be fair. Got about 5.8 miles left, and we've just hit a patch where we're going through lots of beautiful woodland, but it's just so many ups. I thought we were done with them, but clearly not. And whenever I'm onto an up, it grinds me to a halt. This is going to be a long 6 miles.
This race stripped me right back to a place I didn't know I could go. It was such a raw experience, from the thunder and lightning to altitude sickness and crazy cold temperatures. I found myself battling the fight-or-flight instinct on more than one occasion, and staggering up OMU with 13 miles still to go, I didn't know how I'd make the finish. So, to carry on with no fuel, I have to be happy with the outcome. 21st place overall, and if not for that annoying 13-minute diversion, I'd have broken the top 15. But that's not why we entered. This was about experiencing something different, spending time in the mountains and stepping outside of my comfort zone. And we certainly achieved that.